All right. Um, hey there, hey Richard. Welcome to the IBM Cloud Provider subproject of Cloud Provider SIG meeting. This is our first monthly meeting this year. We don't have crowd today, but we'll still record it with the updates on the project. And I was told that there are people who listen to recordings, who watch it. So it's good to record. And gonna continue. So just code of conduct between us. This is a meeting that will be recorded, which already started actually, and will be made available to the community's YouTube. So be considerate of what you speak of. And with that, let me go straight to the agenda then. I think no need to share, it's just us. So, right. But hey, by the way, look at your headsets. We are like twinsies right now. Is that Bose?
We are.
Right?
These are not Bose, right? You have Bose.
I have Bose, but look at they're same. I mean,
exactly. They're so nice, aren't they?
Yeah. Yeah. Whoa. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I used to have the one with what was the silver one?
Yeah.
Yeah. So but now it's same. So let's just look at the agenda. I mean, like I said, there are good stuff going on with the sub project, right? We started work on providing support for IBM Cloud VPC Gen 2 and Power VS for the cluster API provider IBM Cloud support. So we already have a couple issues there talking about the design. Some design doc, already have one pull request out there for Gen 2 support. There will be more work need to do there, right? Setting up the CI and other things. The Power VS team, they already also started working on it. They are very interested in the work, and they also have one issue out there with a little bit talking about the design. And there's some good question answer there as well. So hoping in next couple of weeks, 3 weeks, we will have a more progress there. Especially the VPC Gen 2 support should be out there, sooner than Power VS, most likely.
Awesome.
Yeah. But this will be great, right? We already had the APIs for the classic infrastructure now, for VPC and Power VS. So looking forward to it. And I mean, yeah, that's pretty much it. Richard, I know one of the meeting with the awkward times, right, with the global team, but do you have any questions around this thing, or that meeting you couldn't attend? So
no, I didn't have any particular questions.
Okay.
Hopefully they're able to contact the folks that they need answers for questions on that internally here, if they need, or in the community, that they can get the answers that they're needing.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I could certainly help out if they need some contact information.
Okay. Yep. No, thanks. Yeah. I mean, you are in the loop with all the work, so definitely if there are anything right comes up. I mean, that was the only thing with the repo update side. And you want to provide any cloud provider side updates, Richard?
Yeah, I certainly can do that. So there's been actually a fair amount of activity upstream on the cloud provider, cloud controller manager work, and this would be just in general for all cloud providers. And I will link in. There's an issue that we've been kind of working through internally, and then it impacts upstream as well. Let me add it to the agenda under the CCM work there.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, so the key thing is in 120 for Kubernetes, the community is able to break the Kubernetes repo dependencies. So if you build a cloud controller manager in this IBM and others, right? We build the cloud controller manager. We no longer have to vendor Kubernetes directly. So that's a big win, right? All the dependencies Kube has is huge. So they have a reference implementation of the CCM and a few tweaks that are needed to it, but it kind of gives you an idea how to go about doing that. So we took on that work internally for our IBM Cloud Controller Manager, and we were able to, break the Kubernetes dependency internally for our builds, and use kind of work off that new model that they have for the CCM design. There's a PR that I referenced related to an underlying issue that impacts the sample reference architecture and then some of the internals for it. So you have to work around that. And I was discussion with the community in their meetings about this, and others have reported the same issue. So hopefully getting that cleaned up here in 121, and then they may cherry pick it to 120. But goodness in that front, because that makes consumption and building CCMs a lot easier.
Okay. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's great to see that this is happening. This is
right.
We are there now, right?
Yep. Exactly. It's been a long time, but it's finally here. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. No, that is great. Thanks, Richard. Yeah. And thanks for that link. So people can take a look. I was just looking at it. I mean, other than that, we will have a talk for KubeCon Europe 2021. Something we'll be doing. So, that's, something still have time to submit, but we will and let the folks know about it. Right. That's pretty much it. I mean, if there's any other discussions, otherwise we're going to have a short meeting. I'll let you update the agenda, Richard.
Oh yeah, that sounds good. I'll just add those few notes there.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Yep. Yeah. So the EU KubeCon, so assume that's still virtual, right? And then they don't plan on changing that, and then we'll submit a session here when that opens up, or how are they going to go about doing that?
Yeah.
Just like in the past.
Exactly. It will be same as past. That's my understanding. But it is virtual. Okay. Yeah, it is virtual. I think it's the first week of May. It's happening.
Okay.
And we will be recording a session. That's my understanding. And then the recording will be played and will be there for the live Q&A kind of support.
Okay.
Right.
Do you know what's the timeline on the dates that we have for when we have to do the recording? So then I don't fall behind.
No, they haven't given those deadline yet, but I will keep you updated on that.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, I mean, my understanding would be sometime in March timeframe.
Okay.
Because they still the February the deadline for submission is in February, so
okay.
After that would be sometime, right?
That sounds good.
Yeah. Cool. Well, I think if that's pretty much it, then because it's a short recording, quick updates for the folks, and we can then call this a meeting and hey, I mean, by the way, before we stop the meeting, thanks for all the updates you provide on the Slack. That's good.
Oh yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah,
no problem.
The maintenance on other sides, right? I mean, that is helpful. So glad you're putting it there.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, I hopefully that people are using that. It's hard to say. Everybody gets so bombarded with Slack and other things. You're like sometimes
exactly. Yeah.
Don't want to be too much, but yeah.
Yeah.
Keep
but
doing
I mean, it. Yeah. Well, there are few. I mean, we did get some questions right in the past on some of those updates, so that's good. I mean.
Exactly. Right.
If not everything getting looked by somebody, but at least some of them. So which is good.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yep. Cool. Well, I think that's it then. Let's stop it and we'll talk in next meeting.
Yeah. Take care.
All right. Thanks, Richard.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye now. Bye.